So I murdered some trees. They're right out there. And they're actually, surprisingly, they're oak trees. Because normally you can cut down pines and they come back really fast anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Not the individual tree. But they replant really well. You know, because I just cut them in small areas. But these oaks we girdled. Which means we cut the skin around them, the cambium layer. And they took a while to die. And my hope was that the woodpeckers would make housing in them. But all three of these are kind of slender, you know, small trunks. And so I did it to open up this really great view here. And I did it as an experiment to see if the woodpeckers would actually make housing in them. And they don't. Maybe they would if it was a really thick oak tree. But these ones just eventually died. And they were kind of hard to kill because the oaks are tough, super tough trees. They're so noble and wonderful. Muy noble. Anyway, I'm happy overall. It was a good experiment. And we could, I guess, collect the firewood off them and burn it. That one's not even dead. Holy shit. Okay, so we killed 2. Oaks are hard to kill, and that's great. They're my favorite tree, except for the madrones, which are a sexy tree. They're really great. Like in the rain, their skin, you know, looks like flesh. So I think it's reasonable to call them a sexy tree if a tree can be sexy. And no, I'm not going to do a tree or anything. But just the curves on them, aesthetically speaking, are really great. Like if you were going to paint a tree, you want to paint a pine that's boring and straight. And you want to, you know, paint a twisted, kinky tree. Let's go with the kinky tree on this one. Arr. There's Madrone right over there. That's a really nice looking one. They're all over the place. There's more of them now than when I moved here 2 decades ago. Because they have more space, because I've thinned out the pines, and the madrones have therefore been able to reseed parts of the forest. It's a beautiful thing. It's a huge, massive forest sculpture. It's tree sculpting at a big level. Now, it's not the same as Arbor Smith Studios does with, whatever that guy's name is, it starts with an R. He's a really cool guy. He wrote the book, How to Sculpt a Chair. And that's, I mean, he thinks at a level that's way cooler than most people do about trees and tree sculpting. But there's a lot of people around the world probably doing that, and they've been doing it for a long, long time. He just does it in a little bit more crazy designed way. And I would like to mimic him. He's in some sense a mentor. I've never met him. But if I was going to make an invite list for here, he'd be on it. Oh, Richard Reames. I think that's his name. See, all that shit's in my head in a database somewhere. I just don't have very good access to it really rapidly. My computer is slowly dying, my brain computer, but it still works. And I got a lot of trees that can be sculpted. I mean, I got so many. And in the areas that I have cut down the pines, there's a lot of young trees, like all up in there. This entire whole valley right here. It's not really a gully, it's kind of a, I don't know what you call that, but all this is sculptable. And I want to clear a lot of it out, and I want to plant fruit trees in here. That was a longer term plan. And I want to dig swales above it so that I can have those trees be watered longer in the beginning and the end of the rainy season. So it's this strange idea of sculpting a forest. And I'll tell you, it takes a whole different way of thinking about a forest to do that. It's a long-term thing. You can't just install it. But over time, I will succeed, and I do got to dump some money onto buying more trees, like $10,000 or $20,000 at least. I mean, I've got so many places I want to plant all kinds of really cool trees that would do well in this climate. And there's a lot of them. And I'm willing to buy ones that almost don't quite fit, but I can make microclimates for them. I can make sun traps. Sun traps are a permaculture thing. You're putting up a stone circle that sucks in the heat during the day and then delivers it to the tree at night. Fuck it. Go home, go home, go home. Almost there. There's so many cool areas here that need so much work, and I'm not doing most of it. The forest does all the work, really. The forest is what will replant itself, and I will pick and choose a few spots and put in some other species very carefully there. It's really not rocket science. Some of them will do really well. Oh, fuck, shade. Some of them will not do well. Fuck. Well, I had a nice time in town. I hope. There's one big flaw, and that is I have a dog missing right now. Hi. You super happy? Why are you so happy? Yeah, you have your happy dogging. All right, let's get off there. This is their dog box of food. And I didn't open it this morning because I didn't. Fuck. All right. It's a big project. It's overwhelming. It's unreasonable. It's even dangerous at times. And I have almost died doing this project, I tell you. So I'll keep trying to go. If you are a person who feels like donating to it, do it. And if you're a person who's offended by the idea, well then don't. Don't be a dick about it. I'm not asking for anything from anybody. You know, if people want to keep me alive and do what I'm doing, great, do it. I'll give you ways to do it if I'm not too shy, because I've never asked anyone directly for any money, ever. I'm too proud to do that, I guess. I don't know if that's pride or what, but it's just my choice, you know. Fuck. All right, I'll see you later.